Welcome to the Kapinga family again. I know I've been away for quite a while, but I was going through some personal stuff and had some exam to do and all that. But that's all right. Today I want to talk about the nursing registration in British Columbia. I know all of you might be still waiting for me to talk about HCA, but I'll make another video to help or to encourage people that wants to come and study HCA, because right now that program is paused, so that's why I am not talking about that today. But we are going to talk about nursing registration in British Columbia. I will tell you everything that you need to know in this video. Let's start. So I know that a lot of people think that BC is one of the most difficult to get registered as an RN or even an LPN. They know, they always say that they require a lot of things. They are always going to give you extra courses. They might even giving you a bridging course that is up to 2 years. Is that the truth? Yes, it is the truth, but is it the most difficult province to get registered to? I don't think so. So there are certain things I'm going to explain to you today. I'm going to tell you the advantages and disadvantages of being registered in BC as a registered nurse or an LPN, which means licensed practical nurse. Okay, stay tuned. So one of the things that I want to encourage you to register in BC is, one, it's free. It's fully funded by the government if you do not hold a registration in any other Canadian province. That's number one. The second thing, they assess your skills. You understand? What I mean by assessing your skills is you have a CBT test, you have a skills lab. This is not meant for you to fail or pass, absolutely not. This exam is meant for one thing, to assess your skills and see where that you might need help. And now they just don't give you courses for 2 years. No, that's not how it works. They give you courses if your assessment proof that you needed in a certain area, you needed something, you needed more knowledge. That's the only way, and that's the only reason why they give you that. Now you might think, why I'm a registered nurse, I have experience, why would I need to go back to school and study? I have seen people that passed the NCLEX and they come here to BC and transfer their registration, most of them from Alberta, because Alberta was giving a registration to anyone that passed NCLEX. Now passing NCLEX, I don't know. I wrote NCLEX and I think that anyone can pass NCLEX, even if they are not a nurse. As long as you study, you can pass NCLEX. But somehow NCLEX does not make you what should I say? Sometimes you might pass NCLEX and still find yourself doing mistakes on the floor when you start working. And this because you are working with people. Sometimes someone's life depends on you. You have someone's life in your hands, and this is what British Columbia wants to avoid, for you to make mistakes that are fatal, that might lead you to lose your license. You understand? So I am going to talk about again the exam that they give. I might not be able to tell you about the content of the exam, because anyone that does the exam sign a non-disclosure agreement. However, I can tell you how my experience was for the exam. So if you want the video about anchors, or what it used to be, what is formerly called anchors, right now it is called Inspire Global, I will make a video on that one day. Again, I don't know when, but probably soon. So that's are the advantages. So the first advantage is that it's fully funded. The second advantage is that your skills get assessed, and the third advantage is that if you have a BC registration, you can transfer it from anywhere in Canada without a problem. The third one is it's easy to get a job. You even get a job even if you still have your provisional license, because BC knows that once you have gone through the assessment, once you have been registered, they trust you, because they know they know that you did the assessment and they trust you to be able to go and start work. I have seen people that got registered in Nova Scotia. They are all coming to BC because they never got a job there. They just have a registration, but they don't have a job, you understand? But if you get registered through BCCNM, if you get through all the steps, I promise you, you will get a job. Now, how does it work? What it gets is they require a credential evaluation. It could be NNS, it could be WES, it could be any credential evaluation. You'll have to verify with Global Inspire what kind of credential evaluation they need. That's the first thing you have to know. Secondly, they require a language proficiency if you come from a country that does not speak English. Thirdly, you're going to register first with NCAS. After you finish your registration and your assessment with Global, with Inspire Global, they will send the results, the CBT test and the skills lab. They will send it to BCCNM, and BCCNM will require you to fill some forms, a verification of your registration from your country of origin. Once they get that, you have to wait about 6 to 8 weeks, and then you will get a reply to your BCCNM registration requirements. They do offer a 250 hours total practice hours under supervision, and this is safe, guys, because if you work those 2 hours, someone can certify actually that you are a safe nurse. It's all about being a safe nurse. It's all about being able to practice as a safe nurse, right? So someone will be able to say that, will be able to fill in a form, send it back to BCCNM for you to be able to have your current or whatever definite registration. So those are like the steps in short. And if you somehow require more information, or you think, okay, what you just explained seems a little bit it's not deep enough, I need more information, you can always send me an email and I'll help you through. Can you do this process when you are outside of Canada? Absolutely. You can still register with Global Assessment if you are outside of Canada. If you are inside of Canada, you might not even need a language proficiency if you work in BC. If you work in British Columbia and you work in a healthcare setting, for example, you are a care aide, you are a medical assistant, you may not require a language proficiency, pardon. Now, does the process take long? Yes, unfortunately, the process can take long. Mine took almost a year, or even more than a year, if I might say, but it was worth it. I will talk about the assessment in the next video. So my next video will be talking about NCLEX, and we'll be talking about Global, about Inspire. I don't know why I always start with Global, about Inspire Global, which is formerly known as NCAS. If you have more questions, please please just write them or send me an email. I'll be more than happy to help you. Yes, I got my registration and I'm happy about it. I am not complaining. So if you have any other questions, please just let me know and stay tuned for the next video.